Welcome to Amateur Decorating Like a Pro. I am Catherine. The colors of fall are so vibrant and beautiful, so it's time to update our front porch. The weather was super hot when we began to work, so I decided to refresh the doors using some leftover deck stain, and it worked out beautifully. Next, I removed all of the pillows and cushions. I removed all of those stubborn stains left behind. I then placed them in the washing machine on a quick cycle, let them air dry, and I also cleaned the rug on the front porch, just getting rid of all the stains and getting it ready for next spring. Besides, stores are selling the same thing year after year. I love applying this protective sealant to the front porch. It gives it that wet look, and we have this stamped concrete, so it looks like it's actually a hardwood floor on the front porch. So pour it out. Of course, you want to shake it a little bit. Pour it out and apply it with a paint roller. Now, I wait for about 30 minutes to an hour in between coats. I apply 2 of them, but the whole thing could be dry in an hour with just 1 coat, and you can put your furniture back onto the porch. I apply the sealant all the way to the edge of the front porch. I also apply it around the threshold area near the door. And I tell you, I tricked myself, guys. After the hurricane rains came through, I stepped onto the porch and I thought, okay, this is still wet. Let me get some towels. This is a great tip to get some curb appeal if you're thinking about selling your home. I have been in love with these vine wreaths ever since I saw a professional florist decorate one. And I've had these in my garage for 2 years, and I'm all about saving money, so let's put these guys to work. Now, this footage is from the actual workshop that I went to, and here she is taking the wreath apart. Not really taking it apart, but loosening it up, and she's basically going to reshape it because it comes so tight. Now, this is not the typical wreath that comes from our craft stores. She goes to a person that makes them, and he uses thicker vines. And if you notice, the ones that I'm using, they are very, very wiry, and hers has a much thicker vine in it, and so very little debris falls out of it. She's even showing us how to take the thicker vine that was wrapped around it, holding it together, how to insert that back in and make it a part of the decoration. At the top of the wreath, I add a piece of wire. This ensures that the wreath is going to hold its shape after being thinned out. Let me tell you about the rest of the supplies that I used. These are also old floral picks. I cut them apart using wire cutters. These old pumpkins here, as you can see, I'm using a metal skewer to make a hole in them. And then I'm inserting this floral wire that I got from the Dollar Tree in the hole. And then I'm going to apply the pumpkins and the florals directly to the wreath. No glue. You got to do what you got to do to hang your wreaths on your door. Command hooks do not work here. As you can see, I am using ribbon. I use my sewing machine, and I also have cup holders right in the back of my door, the hook facing downward, and that's how they're attached to the door. I then add the second ribbon, making the bow. So on to our very next quick project. Now, I've never used the dried corn stalks for fall, but I decided to try it this time around. I have a bucket, and I've got pebbles inside the bag, and I've got it sitting in a flower pot. It's very tall. It looks pretty good here, but after the storm, it was really looking bad. And so I decided to cut it. Yeah, I used a saw, and then I placed it back inside the bucket. Yes, I'm recycling styrofoam. And I had cut away some picks and inserted those into the foam. Well, next it was time to add some more color to the porch. I had it off the Home Depot, and everything was just so pretty and so much color. So, of course, I picked up those large white mums there, and of course, a very colorful foliage. I wanted to recycle this potting soil. It's organic and I know it's still healthy. And since I was allowing these ferns to basically dry out, I decided to recycle that potting soil like this. Just remove the fern and then add in some fresh potting soil right there and add water. How did I know how much potting soil to add? Well, once I removed my new plants from their container and loosened the soil at the very bottom, I then placed it inside the flower pot. That way I could see, if I needed to add more potting soil or if I just needed to remove a little bit more of the dirt that was on the actual plant. You see here in this picture? And now I'm adding the potting soil to the corners. My neighbor's yard is landscaped with rock pebbles, the larger ones, so I can pick up some of those and put around the base of my newly planted foliage. So what do you think? Do you think I added some color to the front porch? When you've got brown brick, you really have to go for a major contrast to make your porches pop. So the orange is perfection to me. And I absolutely love the result. I have had some of my neighbors stop by, take pictures, wave at me, and I love it. I love that they see some sunshine in the neighborhood from all of this orange as well. A little trip to Hobby Lobby years ago, I've been stockpiling pumpkins here and there, and believe it or not, these pumpkins were headed to Goodwill, but I decided to pull them out, as well as that faux foliage that is on the door in the Wreaths. It was all going to Goodwill, but I just got the fever to decorate the front porch, and here we are today. I hope you like the result, and I hope it puts a ray of sunshine in your fall decorating. That's it for me, guys. I hope you like the warm, cozy fall harvest porch that we have here. Colorful and inviting, if I must say so myself. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please share. Please subscribe. I will be posting in moderation, and I wanted to jump back on YouTube just in time for the holidays. Yep, I've already started to plan that. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, stay in prayer and stay creative.